Hey, you guys. Going to get started in 5 minutes, the usual time, at 2 o'clock East Coast time. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'll say hi to people as they come in the room. If I miss your name, I apologize. Sometimes they scroll up really fast, but I'll do as many as I can. Call your friends, call your relatives, call your grandparents. Braden is representing New York today, and Ryan is here. Hi. Okay. Kenneth. Ian and Erica are always here. Athavan and Lucy from New Jersey, representing New Jersey today. And Virginia is represented by Grant. Bennett's here, representing Bennett. And Callan, hi Callan. And Dylan and Milo, hi, how you doing? Nora and Eloise, good to see you. The Maslowski family from Fresno, California. Florida is here. Oh, I just missed that one, sorry. Hi, Skyla. Peter and Ben in North Carolina, representing there, okay. Zach and Shannon, hi. Gianluca and Matteo in Virginia, okay. Skyla, I already said Skyla. Is there another Skyla? Michigan, Aaliyah and, somebody else. Lexi and Axel from South Texas. Molly from Illinois, hi. Okay. Janvi from New Jersey. And Oliver in Pennsylvania is here. Aiden, hi. Glad you could make it. I hope you're having a great summer, all of you. Summer has started now. I think just about everybody's out of school now. Drew and Madison are here from New York. Okay. JJ, hey. Anybody still in school? Xavier is here. Billy Sickles from Washington. Is that state? Georgia, Declan, Aiden, Andon, and Amy is here. Wayne, PA, Alexandra, and Ethan. Hi, Philip. How you doing? Philip and Joseph from Round Rock, Texas. Becky, Charles, Clark, Daniel from Morristown. Nathan and Lydia. Hi. So glad you could all make it. Wilton, Connecticut. Amelia and Adele. Philip, hi. We will get started in about 2 minutes or so. Philip, hi. East Coast time, 2 o'clock. Emmett in Wisconsin. Braden and Michaela in Georgia. Hi, Reese Everson. Henry from Kentucky. Hi, Henry. In Iowa, there's Bridget and Abigail. William, hi. Anybody from a foreign country? Anybody from a different country? Hi, Darcy. I'm sure some Canadian friends are here. Michigan is represented by Aiden and Emma. Elizabeth from Connecticut. Malini says she's still in school. Evan just got here. Okay. Boy, I didn't know that school lasted this long. Ethan and Hayden. Hi from Perrysburg, Ohio. Annabelle. And Joshua, Sophia, and Alexa from upstate New York. We got about a minute and a half. Joshua and Sophia. Colin, Cora from Illinois. Howdy. Ion and Anaya. The Glass Gang always is here. Preston and Connor from Southern California. Jack and Ben from Tampa, Florida. Yeah. Magnolia and Mallory are here. The Shoemaker kids from Illinois. Logan and his family, the whole family. Leo in New Jersey, always here. I'm always here too. Bryce in Michigan, and Dagash in New Jersey. We got 45 seconds to go. Hi Ben. Darcy and Max. Hi Allison. Gogo from Pakistan. Yeah. All right, Pakistan. Hello. Dan from the Lawns of West. I have no idea what that means, but hi, Winona. Okay, we got 20 seconds to go. Okay. Lenny and Ben, Connecticut. Matthew and Ryan. We got almost 10 seconds to go. Hello, Massachusetts. Okay. Nathan in Texas. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's go time, baby. Hi, everyone. Dan Gutman here. and welcome to number 69 in my weird read aloud. And today is Friday, and you know what Friday means? It means we finished the book we've been reading all week. Fantastic. But first, how about our question of the day, which comes from Dan, somebody named Dan in New York City. Huh, what a coincidence. Dan asks, will you ever stop blatantly plugging your new book, Mr. Marty Loves a Party, which came out 3 days ago, is hilarious, and is available at all great bookstores and online booksellers? Great question, Dan. The answer is yes. At some point, I will stop blatantly plugging my new book, Mr. Marty Loves a Party, which is hilarious, came out 3 days ago, and is available at all great bookstores and online booksellers. I will stop blatantly plugging this book when every child in America has read it. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's get to our book of the week, though, which is Miss Brown is Upside Down. Okay? You've been following it all week. You know what's going on. It's the brain games, a big mental challenge between elementary school and the kids at Dirk School. Okay? And Miss Brown is the coach of the elementary school team. And the sponsor of this whole brain games thing is the Jiggly Gelatin Company. In round one, the Dirk School kids trounced elementary school. It was a trivia contest. They beat them really badly. Morgan Brocklebank, she was really good. In round two, the elementary kids won because their bridge, the bridge of love, was able to withstand more weight than the other bridge. And in round three, AJ spontaneously rapped about garbage, and he really did a fantastic job, and the elementary school kids won. So now the score is 210 to 100. They are killing it. So that's where we left off yesterday. And now we're going to pick up on chapter 10, which is titled Grudge Match. Are you ready? Gather around your big screen TV, your laptop, whatever it is. Let's get started. Here we go. When we were done celebrating, those weightlifters carried a swimming pool out to the middle of the stage. Then they took a big hose and started squirting red stuff into the pool. Wow! Where do you think they got a swimming pool? Michael asked. From Rent the Swimming Pool, I told him. You can rent anything. Round 4 of the brain games will be a surprise competition worth 100 points, announced Dr. Carbles. Dirk School and elementary school will compete at jiggly wrestling. What? They were filling the swimming pool with jiggly gelatin? That's crazy. I'm not doing that, said Andrea. No way. Me neither, said Emily, who won't do anything Andrea won't do. Wait a minute, said Morgan Brocklebank. We have to wrestle in jiggly gelatin? No, replied Dr. Carbles. Of course not. The principal of each school has to wrestle in jiggly gelatin. I looked over at Mr. Klutz. Suddenly, he was wearing a bathing suit. He climbed up on the stage and we all cheered. What does jiggly wrestling have to do with using your brain? Asked Andrea. The Jiggly Gelatin Company said they would only sponsor the brain games if someone from each school wrestled in a pool filled with jiggly, said Dr. Carbles. Where's Mr. Wilson of Dirk School? Mr. Wilson climbed up on stage. I'm very sorry, he said, but I'm allergic to jiggly gelatin, so I won't be able to wrestle. Is there anybody who can take my place? All the grown-ups slinked down in their seats. That's what you do when you don't want it to get called on. I will represent Dirk School, shouted Dr. Carbles. That's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. Dr. Carbles took off all his clothes. Well, he didn't take off all his clothes. He was wearing a bathing suit. That was weird. He must have thought he was going to go swimming today. Dr. Carbles and Mr. Klutz turned to face each other. And here's Jim's picture of Carbles and Klutz in their bathing suits facing each other. You know they have a history. These guys do not like each other. Okay, all right. You're going to lose, Klutz, said Dr. Carbles. I don't think so, Walrus Face, said Mr. Klutz. Oh, snap, said Ryan. I remembered that the two of them didn't like each other. Back in high school, Mr. Klutz gave Dr. Carbles the nickname Walrus Face, and then everybody called him that. As they climbed into the swimming pool, everybody started yelling and screaming. Well, everybody but Little Miss Perfect, of course. This is not a good example for children, Andrea told Miss Brown. I don't like violence. What do you have against violins? I asked her. I think it's a great idea, said Miss Brown. Anybody can wrestle on the floor. It takes creativity to wrestle in a swimming pool filled with jiggly. A bell rang. Mr. Klutz and Dr. Carbles grabbed each other by the shoulders. Klutz, 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 we all chanted. Carbles, 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 chanted the Dirk crowd. In seconds, the two of them were covered with red jiggly, flipping and flopping all over the pool. It was hilarious. We got to see it live and in person. You should have been there. You can do it, Mr. Klutz, shouted Neil. We need those 100 points. First, it looked like Mr. Klutz was winning. Then, it looked like Dr. Carbles was winning. Then, it looked like Mr. Klutz was winning again. Then, it looked like Dr. Carbles was winning again. It was a seesaw battle, even though there weren't any seesaws around. Wrestling on seesaws would be cool. Then, Mr. Klutz pulled the toupee off Dr. Carbles' head. That got him really mad. He picked Mr. Klutz up, held him over his head, and threw him down into the jiggly. And here's Jim's picture of Klutz and Carbles wrestling in the jiggly gelatin. Glug, 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 shouted Mr. Klutz. I give up. Dr. Carbles raised his arms in the air. In your face, Klutz, he shouted. The Dirk crowd went crazy. Now the score was 210 to 200. Anybody could win. All right, that's the end of chapter 10. You guys ready for chapter 11? The last chapter in the book. Here we go. It's titled The Dirkmobile versus the Death Machine. This is where it all comes down to it, you know? This is the tension is rising. The climactic finish. Dr. Carbles had red jiggly dripping all over him, but he didn't care. He climbed out of the swimming pool and went right over to the microphone. Teachers, students, it's time for the final round of the brain games, he announced. The car challenge. Ooh, everybody oohed. It would all come down to this. The team that built the best car would win the brain games. The weightlifters pushed the swimming pool out of the way. Then they set up a maze on the stage with walls that we would have to drive our car around. Miss Brown went behind the curtain and came back out with our car. We call it the Death Machine, she announced. A few of the Dirk parents clapped politely. Then the Dirk team went behind the curtain to get their car. Behold, announced Morgan Brocklebank, the Dirkmobile. What? Their car was amazing. It was almost the size of a regular car, and it had real rubber tires, glass windows, and side view mirrors. Oh man, said Michael, look at that. There's no way they built that car, said Ryan. I bet their parents did all the work, said Alexia. It's not fair. The audience was yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering. Nice car, said Dr. Carbles. And what do you use to power the Dirkmobile? We built our own engine, Morgan Brocklebank said into the mic. It runs on methane. What? Methane? And where did you get methane? Asked Dr. Carbles. From cow farts, said Morgan Brocklebank. This way, we keep harmful greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere. That's very green and creative, said Dr. Carbles. Next, elementary school. What did you use to power your car? A pencil sharpener, I mumbled. Oh man, Ryan said, we are finished. Our car is going to crush your pathetic car, said Morgan Brocklebank, and the Dirkmobile is going to change the world. You should call it the Fartmobile, said Alexia. Oh snap, said Ryan. It was our turn to go first. I would have to steer the death machine through the maze of walls and then drive it over the bridge of love. Are you ready? Asked Dr. Carbles. Yeah, I said, even though I wasn't really ready. You can do this, AJ, Miss Brown told me as she handed me the remote control. I pushed the on button. The car made a sound like a pencil sharpener and started moving forward. It was a few feet away from the first wall. Left, AJ, left, everybody shouted. It wasn't easy, but I steered the death machine to the left. It was a few feet away from the next wall. And here's AJ steering the death machine around the maze while everyone's cheering him on. Okay. Right, AJ, right, everybody shouted. I tried to steer the death machine to the right, but it wouldn't turn. It seemed to go wherever it wanted to go. I can't control it, I shouted. The death machine started moving back and forth really fast. Then it started driving around in crazy circles. Then it rammed into one of the walls. The wall toppled over. Run for your lives, yelled Neil. The wall landed on top of the Dirkmobile. Oh no, everybody shouted. The Dirk team ran over to push the wall off their car. It looked like it was okay. That's it, groaned Michael. The death machine didn't make it over the bridge of love. We lose. It was Dirk's turn. Since their bridge had been destroyed, Dr. Carbles said that all they needed to do was drive their car through the maze to win. Watch and learn from the masters, Morgan Brocklebank told me as she picked up her remote control and pushed the on button. Nothing happened. She fiddled with the remote. What's the matter? Asked Dr. Carbles. The Dirkmobile won't start, she said. It must have been damaged when that wall fell on it. I'm sorry, said Dr. Carbles, but if your car won't start, you lose this round. And the winner of the brain games is Elementary School. Yay, we win! We were all jumping up and down. And here's Jim's picture of AJ and Andrea jumping for joy while Morgan Brocklebank is angry in the background. That's not fair, shouted Morgan Brocklebank. They cheated. AJ ran his car into the wall on purpose. I did not, I said. I have no control over the death machine. You're a liar, she shouted. At that moment, the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. Morgan Brocklebank grabbed my remote control out of my hands and started pushing buttons. But she must have pushed the wrong button because the rocket on the roof of the death machine fired. It flew across the stage and it slammed right into the back of the Dirkmobile. Here's Jim's picture of Morgan Brocklebank accidentally shooting the rocket that hits the Dirkmobile. We all thought that was hilarious until something even more amazing happened. "What's that smell?" asked Miss Brown. "It smells like cow farts," said Dr. Carbles, wrinkling up his nose. "It's methane," shouted Morgan Brocklebank. "Your dumb rocket must have hit our fuel tank." "The fartmobile could blow any second," I shouted. "Run for your lives," shouted Neil. Everybody was yelling and screaming and shrieking and hooting and hollering and freaking out as we ran out of the auditorium. Parents and kids were climbing all over each other to get out of there before the fartmobile exploded. Somebody called 911, and by the time we got out on the street, the fire engines had arrived. And here's everybody running for their lives because they want to get out of the building before the fartmobile explodes from the methane gas. Luckily, Dirk's school didn't burn down and nobody was hurt. As we waited for the bus to take us back to school, Miss Brown gathered us all around her. "Congratulations," she said. "I told you could win." "I'm really sorry about what happened with the death machine," I said to her. "It was an accident." "Hey, anybody can build a car that runs on cow farts and drive it around a maze," she replied. "It takes creativity to ram a pencil sharpener into a wall and make the other team attack their own car with a rocket." Well, that's pretty much what happened at the Brain Games. I can't wait until we leave for our trip to Pizza World. Until then, maybe a truck full of light bulbs will fall on Andrea's head. Maybe Miss Brown will start walking on her feet like a normal person. Maybe the death machine will run over Emily again. Maybe they'll start putting rocket launchers on car roofs. Maybe I'll make up more garbage poems. Maybe Tommy will stop picking his nose. Maybe Mr. Klutz will stop calling Dr. Carbles walrus face. Maybe they'll have seesaw wrestling at the Brain Games next year. Maybe those Dirk dorks will build a new fartmobile. But, and read the last sentence with me, you guys, it won't be easy. We did it. We finished the whole book, you and me together. We did it, okay? I'm proud of you. And I think we all deserve a nice round of applause. What do you say? Okay, our book is done. And hey, we got a new book to start on next week, on Monday. It's going to be called, it's number 2 in My Weirdest School. It is called Ms. Cuddy is Nutty. And we'll start this on Monday. But before we go, how about a joke of the day? You ready? Our joke of the day is from Olivia and Kira, who live in Maryland. And their joke is, how do you cut the C in half? How do you cut the C in half? Give up? With a seesaw. Get it? All right. Good joke. Thank you, you guys. All right. So let's thank, who are we thanking? Oh, we're thanking Josh, Josh Salzman and Ryan Cunningham for our theme song. So let's do it. You guys ready? Okay. Have a great weekend, you guys. Oh man, is that man nuts?
My weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school, oh yeah, it's my weird school.
All right, have a fantastic weekend. Read like crazy, wash your hands like crazy. I'll see you guys on Monday, okay? Bye now.